Hello, hello, hello. It is Friday. It is a new week. We are back to classes this week. Um, for those of you who follow my channel and keep up with me, ding ding, you've probably seen it. The background is a little different now. So we are welcoming in Valentine's Day for the month. Quick little tidbit. I change my background every month. If you're not in the teacher's page, follow it because I constantly am posting my things, my backgrounds of what I do. I actually have a big video planned about backgrounds and stuff coming up as well. So lots going on. I'm actually having a wonderful day. It's snowing outside. I live in middle of nowhere, West Virginia, and for those of you who don't know, that means we get snow in February. So I had to wait all through February to get my big snow, and here it is. It's happening today. It's been snowing almost all night. Took the dog out in it this morning. Dog was so happy. Going to take the sun out later. He's also going to be very happy. That's a couple tidbits about me. I love snow, and I am just very, very happy. um, so there's a lot going on, but this is SayABC. When isn't anything going on? Come on, be honest. Um, so there's a lot of questions, leave, can I take leave, how do I take leave, such and so forth. So I thought it'd be a wonderful time to kind of stop, make a video, just so that it was out there. Now, this video is subject to change. It is February 7th of 2020. I do not know the future. I do not know if this will change. I do not know when it'll change or if it even will. But all I'm saying is right now, currently, this is the policy. I'm going to walk around and explain a little bit about it, some of the steps that you can take. I'm also going to kind of break it apart for you. I have actually went into my portal and I've taken a couple little snippet pictures from my portal and kind of put it together in like this collage style image. The image will also be uploaded just in the Facebook group just for reference. But enough about that. Let's kind of take a look, and first let me start off by talking about leave. So we are given homerooms. Now, the thing with homerooms is we have to open our availability for at least at the moment, 5 weeks. Now, 5 weeks for 2 days a week for the same classes. If you have more classes throughout the week, that can kind of be like, it can kind of be, we have lives outside of just work. It's hard when you need to go to the doctors or you have things planned family-wise, vacations and stuff like that. So we're going to kind of talk about it and break it down a little bit of how to go about taking some leave. Now, um, for those homerooms, you definitely want to open up the most availability possible, and that is 14 weeks. Now, again, 14 weeks, that's even longer than just 5 weeks. 5 weeks is one homeroom. 14 weeks, that's 3 or so homerooms, almost. So that's something to definitely consider. Now, something that has always been said, even since I started, was go ahead and open up that availability, even if maybe something is planned in the future. Go ahead and open it up, because what's going to happen is you're going to get booked with a homeroom, and you don't want to wait around until maybe 2 months because you have something planned in 2 months. Go ahead and open those because you might actually get classes right now, and then you can deal with that time off later. So that's one of the things. Another thing is just having the ability to be sick. You're allowed to be sick. They don't expect you not to be sick. I get sick. Most of the time I teach through it, but there are some days that even I have to take off because it's awful, and it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to kill your record. It's not going to do anything, but it's okay. And this is what we're going to look at. So let me just share this screen real fast. Slide you over to this side. Ding. We should be looking at the same thing. Ding. Yes, we are. put myself over here. I like this corner. So this is actually a clip it from, these are some clippets from my portal. Now if you kind of take a look at it, you can kind of pretty much see that there's a path that you have to follow. So for those of you who don't know, like this main thing right here, this is your home page. This is what generally your home page looks like. You have your students, you have your classes. Sorry everybody, I blurted out just for my sake. You have your badges and such and so forth. Come up here, this is your toolbar. I had circled the time slots page because this is where you're going to go to take that emergency leave, take that leave. So once you click on that, it's going to open up your time slots page. And the top of the time slots page is going to look like this. The next button you're going to click is emergency leave. Now, even though it may not be emergency leave, you still want to go ahead and click it because that's the only way that we can actually take leave, through this emergency leave button. That's just what they called it. Now, once you click emergency leave, your whole page is going to kind of change to where it looks like this. And it's going to ask you how much or what you need to take off. So you could select the whole day and it'll take off the whole day, or you can just select maybe you need to take off 1 or 2 of the classes. After you do so and you go up and you hit Save Changes, it's going to pop up a window that looks like this, and it's very scary. Even when I first saw it, I thought this was detrimental. It's not. So what's going to happen is I selected a time. It's not even a time that I would even put in for. But like it puts it down here. Now, it basically says it's going to be assigned to another teacher or canceled. It's going to be given as a subclass. It's your whole homeroom is not going to be given away. Okay, now something about your homerooms. You're allowed to take off three classes per homeroom. Now, our homerooms are 9 classes, so that comes out to be just a little over a month in duration. So you're allowed up to 3 classes per unit. 9 classes. So you're allowed 3 classes off in a whole unit. So if you're teaching a unit on food, you're allowed 3 days off in that unit. Without risking your homeroom being given to another teacher. That's on like SayABC side anyways. That's not to say, a parent doesn't get, frustrated or something and pull out of the class anyways. But on SayABC side, this is what happens. You're allowed up to 3 classes per homeroom without it being assigned. Another thing is, if you say okay, I'm going on a small vacation or I need a week off, that's okay because you fall under that 3. 1 week off, that's only 2 days. If you need a week and a half off, that puts you in the 3. You're still okay. Any more than 3, that's when they would reassign classes. So you won't have to worry about that. Any more than 3 classes, you would have to worry about classroom reassignment. But if you just need a week or you just need a day off, don't worry. It's not going to affect you. You can take a whole day off and be sick and it not hurt you. And it really isn't even going to hurt your class allocation. So you don't have to worry about that as well. Now, what would hurt your class allocation is if you are late or you teacher no-show or you frequently call off, but they're not going to ting you just for missing 1 day or having a family vacation. Now, all this does play into your incentive bonus that you would receive for completing all 9 classes, but it kind of gives you a little bit of wiggle room to take that time off if you feel like you need it. Now, there are a couple different things that you could do. We have 2 ways to take time off. Now, every way you click the same buttons, but it's more about your timing. So say you have, for me, my classes start I'm on Eastern time. So my classes right now, because of daylight savings time, start at 4:40 in the morning. Now, if I were to say I get really, really sick the night before class, if it's 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, I can go in and select this and it not actually hurt me too bad. It's half the incentive, but it still gives me a little bit of wiggle room. Now, what does hurt me is say I hit that 4-hour mark before class, because that leaves SayABC kind of scrambling minutes before class trying to find a sub. So that's, if you go in that 4-hour window before class, that's when they take your whole incentive. So you have more than 4-hour leave and less than 4-hour leave. That more than 4-hour leave is that, for me, it would be, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. That less than 4-hour leave, that's like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, like, oh, I'm emergent, like I need time off. I need to not be in class because something major is happening. So if you go more than 4 hours, you're only going to lose half the incentive for the class. Whereas if you go less than 4 hours, you would lose the whole incentive. Um, so that's just a little bit about the leave policy. You're able to take it. Of course it's going to affect your pay. But, if you're so sick that you cannot sit in class, or you have something going on that you just feel like needs to take a little bit more than just class, 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 class all the time. You need a family vacation. You need to spend time with your families or something. Don't feel like you absolutely 100% have to, you know, go about this. Make sure that when you set up your schedule, you book what you know you're available for. You're able to go ahead and book it. Everybody knows things come up. You can go in later and say, oh, I'm going after your homeroom has renewed. Say, oh, I'm going to need this day off. I have a doctor's appointment. It's okay. So that's just kind of like to kind of ease your mind. Again, this is for our current homerooms. I don't know much about the policy coming up. If there will be one that's anything else, any different. So I thought that it would be a really great time to kind of put this out here, just to kind of help those we have extreme weather coming on right now. You can ask for leave there. Also, if by some chance you have an issue, an internet issue, extreme weather gets in the way, power goes out, you can't contact support. You can, if you have a phone, you can have Skype downloaded on your phone. You can have Skype's contact. And you can Skype them if by some chance you have no service, no signal whatsoever, and you happen to miss classes. Don't feel like you're kind of out, because you're not. When you are available, again, get a hold of IT, get a hold of teacher support, let them know what was going on, and they will definitely work with you. They'll take care of it. They'll make it right. So I hope this kind of helps you know that things are okay. You don't always have to worry. But I hope this kind of helps you follow the process, so maybe it doesn't seem so scary being like, oh, I'm absolutely sick. I need this time off. It's okay. SayABC is okay with you. Don't worry. So that kind of wraps it up for today's video, and I hope to see you all again, and ta-ta for now. Bye-bye.